as an empty sky. Nothing gold to keep me warm at night. I sit alone and dream of better days, talking to the silence by my side. Feels I knew I'm burning in the sun. Every smile feels fragile, half alive. Hope is shaking, scared to be exposed. When I came to town, you forgot your words. All the promises we said before. Underneath the moon we swore our hearts. Now the night won't speak anymore. Nature stands in grief and quiet pain. Even stars look tired of my face. I feel sorry for the man I am, a love that left without a trace. My heart is breaking. If I have no price, I have no life. All my honest love was all I own. Every breath still calls your name. My loyalty gave everything. Now my world is hollow, cold and small. You forgot the vows we made and left my soul to fall. Now our love has reached its final page. All I gave has slowly lost its worth. Tell me, what is living really for? When value fades before my eyes, if money pulls you far away and leaves my truth behind in dust, this world feels unfair and wide for people small like us. If one day someone hears my heart and listens past the clothes I wear, please don't measure me by gold, measure me by how I care. I may be poor in the world's eyes, but rich in words I never say. I loved you more than I could prove, and that's the debt I'll pay. And my heart is breaking. If I have no price, I have no life. All my honest love was all I own. Every breath still calls your name. My loyalty gave everything till nothing else was left to give. You walked away from what was real while I stayed here just to live. The sun goes down but doesn't die. The night will someday turn to dawn. A man with no price in their eyes still has a heart that carries on. I walk beneath an old and tired sky, with dust on shoes and hope inside. The road remembers every tear I've tried to hide year after year. No silver rings upon my hand, Just honest dreams I barely hold. The wind knows every truth of me, a poor heart growing old. I watch the clouds forget my name, drift away without goodbye. People pass and never see the way behind my smile. I gave my youth to silent prayers that love would someday stay, but the sky stayed wide and distant, and you slowly slipped away. I'm just a poor heart under an old sky, beating loud, but we're so small. I loved you more than words can buy. Still I was nothing after all. The stars don't answer when I cry, they only watch me try to stand. A poor heart under an old sky, still reaching out with empty hands. The nights are long when truth is clear, that love needs more than soul. The world asks for a heavier price than a heart that's whole. I stood by promises like stone. You chose a brighter view. The sky above us never changed, but I lost you. If heaven ever learns my name, let it write me something kind. Tell them I love with all I had, not half a heart, not half a mind. If love is judged by weight of gold, and I was born to lose, but I stayed true when times were cold, and that was my truth. I'm just a poor heart under an old sky, still breathing through the pain. I loved you more than words can buy, but love alone won't make you stay. The stars remain so far and high, they've seen me fall and rise again. A poor heart under an old sky, still proud of who I am. The sky grows dark and softly blue. Another dawn will find me here, with empty hands, a steady heart, and nothing left to fear. Have riches to my name, no shining roads, no crown of light, just calloused hands and honest days, and love that stayed through every night. I learned to give without return, to stand my ground, to understand this heart was built from patience, faithful love of a poor man. I watched you down my simple world, measured dreams by what they cost, while I believed in us alone. Even when the odds were lost, I spoke with actions, not with gold. Every step I took was true, but truth is quiet in a world that only listens to a few. Just a heart that never learned how to give up, how to bow. I gave you all my yesterdays, every breath, every plan. If love had weight, you'd understand the faithful love of a poor man. They say love fades when pockets dry, when nights are long and futures thin, but I stayed strong inside the storm, still choosing you again, again. endless worlds I can't command, but I gave you something rare and real, the heart of a poor man. This is the faithful love of a poor man, unbroken by the years. I stood beside you when the lights and all the noise disappeared. I gave you all my yesterdays, every breath, every plan. If love had weight, you'd understand the faithful love of a poor man. When wealth is gone and words decay and masks fall off like sand, you'll know who loved you honestly, the faithful love of a poor man. I sit alone where the lights grow thin, listening to my name fade out. The world decides who matters here without ever hearing us shout. My hands are clean, my heart is worn, still they look right through my face, as if my pain was something small, easy to replace. I watch them laugh behind my back, count my worth in quiet tones. Every dream I tried to hold turned heavy as a stone. They say my tears don't mean a thing, just water on the ground. But every drop remembers why I never made a sound. These are the tears of the worthless, falling where no one looks, crying out in silent rooms, never written in the books. If pain had value, I'd be rich, but sorrow has no name. These are the tears of the worthless, and they all feel the same. I gave respect before I spoke, I stayed in lines I didn't draw. Still I was judged by what I lacked, not by who I was. They call it life, they call it fair, but I don't see the truth. When a heart can break 1,000 times and still be seen as proof. If someone ever hears this song, please don't turn away. These tears belong to human souls, not shadows thrown away. I didn't choose this empty road, I just stayed honest through it all. Even the worthless still can feel the deepest kind of fall. These are the tears of the worthless, heavy on my skin. Every night I ask the dark what kind of world we're in. If love had eyes, it would see the pain we try to hide. These are the tears of the worthless, still falling deep inside. morning comes and dries my face, the scars will still remain. The world may never know my name, but it will know my pain. Followed roads without a name, let the seasons choose my way. Every dream I tried to hold, learned how quickly it could sway. The wind became my only guide, whispered truths I couldn't see. Every step I ever took was never really up to me. Built my hopes on moving sand, trusting time to be my friend. But the wind erased my plans before I knew where they would end. I loved with all I had inside, still watched it slowly slip away, like words written in the air that never learned how long to stay. This is my fate written by the wind, always moving, never mind. Every promise drifts away before it ever turns to time. I reach for things I cannot hold, I lose what I defend. This is my fate written by the wind, again and again. Say a man should stand like stone, unmoved by storms of pain. But even mountains learn to bend after endless rain. I try to fight what I became, try to change the shape of days, but destiny kept calling me in an unfamiliar way. Fate is more than chance and dust, then tell me what I missed. I gave my heart without a map and paid for every risk. If love was meant to stay with me, the wind would have let me know. Instead it taught me how to lose what I love the most. This is my fate written by the wind, carried far beyond my sight. Every hope I dare to name disappears into the night. I'll walk forward anyway, though I don't know where it ends. This is my fate written by the wind, again and again. The wind moves on and never stays, it leaves no sign, no trace. But every scar it gave my heart still remembers its embrace. We stood beneath an old pale moon when the night was calm and kind. You spoke forever in soft words, I carved them deep inside my mind. The wind was still, the stars were close, your hand was warm in mine. That quiet night felt endless then, like love could stop the time. The moon still rises beats, your voice, and stories I still tell. We made our promises beneath the old moon, swore our hearts would never change. But words grow weak when daylight comes and love forgets its name. The moon remembers everything, even truths you couldn't keep. We made our promises beneath the old moon, and I'm the one who couldn't sleep. I don't blame the sky or time or fate that pulled you far. I blame the hope I held too tight, believing who we are. You chose a brighter morning light, I stayed with shades of blue. The moon watched both our paths divide and quietly let you go. If you ever look up late at night and feel your heart grow thin, remember someone loved you there before the world stepped in. The moon saw tears I never showed, heard words I couldn't say. It knows how real our love once was before it slipped away. We made our promises beneath the old moon, with hearts that didn't know regret. You walked away with sunrise dreams, I stayed where shadows met. The moon still shines the same soft light on memories I keep. We made our promises beneath the old moon, and I'm the one who couldn't sleep. The moon grows old but never lies, it lights the truth we hide. Some promises are meant to fade, but love still stays inside. I gave my love without a price, but the world decided what it's worth. Every dream I held in my hands was weighed against the gold of earth. They told me feelings cannot pay the bills, the homes, the fame. So I learned to hide my heart behind a quiet, honest name. I watched the people I called friends trade loyalty for a coin, while I stayed faithful to the truth, alone my soul to join. The wealth of some can blind the world and crush the poor in stride, but my heart beats the only song that cannot be denied. I stood outside their golden doors and watched them walk on past. All my care, all my giving ways couldn't match their cash. I learned to cry in silent rooms where walls cannot lift or shove. The purest souls may suffer most in streets where greed is king. This is a heart broken by money, but still it dares to sing. I walk with empty pockets now, but full of what they missed. The richest hearts are not for sale, even in the shadows of this mist. I see the faces pass me by, all their laughter, all their cheer. Yet behind each smile there is a lie, a truth they'll never share. They measure worth with shallow words, judge hearts by what they hold. I learned to smile and nod along while hiding what is gold. The world applauds a clever mask and overlooks the pain. Even love can fade unseen when shadows call your name. I offered trust, I gave my soul, but still they turned away. I learned that honesty can hurt in streets where falsehoods play. These are the fake smiles in the world's eyes, empty as the skies above. They look at you but never see the depth of truth or love. I wore their smiles to survive, a mask that cuts like knives. These are the fake smiles in the world's eyes, hiding so many lies. I try to break the chain of lies and speak what's in my heart, but words are fragile, easily lost when falsehoods never part. Still I keep a quiet fire burning where none can find, a simple heart beneath the smoke, unbent, unmoved and kind. If someone ever looks too close, they'll see what I conceal. All the pain behind my smiles, all the wounds they cannot heal. The world may never understand the truths I carry inside, but I'll keep walking, honest still, no matter what they hide. These are the fake smiles in the world's eyes, but mine will never fade. Even when the world ignores the truth, I keep the vows I made. I'll show my heart when no one looks and let my soul be free. These are the fake smiles in the world's eyes, but I will always see. One day the masks will fall away, the light will find the truth. Until that time I hold my heart and let my love break through. send my love across the seas, hoping it would reach your hand. Every word was carved with care, yet slipped away like sand. I gave my heart with open arms, but you looked past my tears. I waited through the endless nights, counting all my fears. The stars above remembered me, but no one else would see the echoes of a silent love that never came to be. I called your name in quiet rooms, but shadows answered back. The love I planted tenderly was lost along the track. This is love that never returns, burning in the night. A heart that gives without a sign, still searching for the light. The wind takes all my whispered dreams and scatters them away. This is love that never returns, but I hope another day. I walk the paths we dreamed to share, alone beneath the rain. The memories cut, but I survive through every quiet pain. Though all the world may turn from me, I keep my heart sincere. For love like mine will always stay, even if you're not near. If fate allows one glance at truth, it will remember me. A love that gives without return, as strong as it can be. No coin, no gold, no worldly prize can measure what I feel. This love that never finds a home still waits to be real. This is a love that never returns, but beats within my chest. A faithful heart that carries on, though never truly blessed. The wind may take my whispered dreams and scatter them away. This is love that never returns, yet I live another day. The night will fade, the stars will fall, but I remain the same. A heart that loves without reward, forever speaks your name. I carry wounds I cannot show, memories etched in silent skin. Every step reminds me still of battles lost within. Old scars are quiet teachers here. They whisper truths I need. Though pain has shaped the man I am, it's also where I breathe. I've walked through storms that stole my life, felt hands turn cold and leave, yet somehow through the darkest nights I found a way to grieve. The world may judge the marks I wear and call them shame or blame, but every scar is proof I lived and survived the flame. I am living with old scars, carrying my history. Every line upon my skin tells a silent mystery. Those shadows try to claim my heart, I rise and still endure. I am living with old scars, but my soul remains secure. Time cannot erase the past, nor heal the silent cries. Yet I've learned to walk with grace and keep my honest eyes. Even when the world looks away or whispers that I fall, the lessons of my scars remain, and I have grown through all. If someone sees me walking slow and wonders what I've known, tell them each scar is a story of a life that's truly grown. They speak of pain but also strength, and all that I survive. Living with old scars reminds me that I am still alive. I am living with old scars and carrying my pride. Every mark a memory, a truth I cannot hide. Those shadows try to claim my heart, I rise and still endure. I am living with old scars, but my soul remains secure. The scars will fade but never lie, they guide me through the dark. A man who bears his history still carries forward spark. They say a life is worth its weight in gold, in titles and fame. But what of hearts that never yield, and souls without a name? I see the poor, the silent ones, the ones who never shine. Their worth is measured not in coins, but in the love they bind. I've walked through streets where judgment waits and smiled to hide my shame. The world decides who matters most, but never speaks my name. Each choice we make, each tear we shed is proof of what we give. Yet only those with glittered hands are thought to truly live. How do we measure a human? By what the eyes can see, or by the quiet strength inside the heart that sets it free? It's not the gold, it's not the fame, it's what we give, not take. How do we measure a human, and what is truly ours to make? I've seen the kindest souls ignored, the bravest cast aside. Yet in their silence they create a truth we cannot hide. So I will walk my honest path, though none may understand. For every act of love I give is measured by my hand. If life is judged by fleeting things, then I have lost my place. But in the heart that beats with care, I found my sacred space. We are more than wealth and praise, more than what men see. How do we measure a human, if not by honesty? How do we measure a human? By what the eyes can see, or by the quiet strength inside the heart that sets it free? It's not the gold, it's not the fame, it's what we give, not take. How do we measure a human, and what is truly ours to make? How do we measure a human? By what the eyes can see, or by the quiet strength inside the heart that sets it free? It's not the gold, it's not the fame, it's what we give, not take. How do we measure a human, and what is truly ours to make? One day the world may understand the value we have grown, not in coins or fleeting power, but in the love we've shown. The clouds have opened over me, but my heart has long been dry. Each drop that falls can't reach inside, no matter how hard I try. The streets are wet with memories of promises I lost. I stand beneath the gray, the cold, and count what love has cost. I gave my warmth, I gave my trust, but the world kept taking more. Every hope I held inside was shattered on the floor. Yet in the quiet of the rain, I feel a gentle trace, a memory of what was true, a soft and fleeting grace. Rain over a dry heart, falling, but it cannot mend the scars of years that came before. a dry heart, but I will rise again. The wind whispers through broken streets, a song I've known too well. It speaks of love I can't reclaim, and lessons pain will tell. But even drought can feel the rain, even hardened earth can yield. The drops may soften, touch and warm a heart that once concealed. If someone sees me standing here alone beneath the storm, know that even hearts that seem dry can learn to feel once more. The rain may fall, the clouds may pass, but I will not despair. Even over a dry heart, some life remains to care. Rain over a dry heart, falling, but it cannot mend. The cracks remain, but still I rise and let the storm descend. Each drop reminds me I am alive, though I have lost my way. Rain over a dry heart, but I will live another day. The storm will end, the clouds will part, the sun will find its place, and even hearts long thought to dry will feel the rain's embrace. We walked together once in light, our hands entwined so tight. I thought our hearts could face the world and turn the dark to bright. But fate had other plans for us, paths split beneath the sky. What once was ours has disappeared and left me asking why. The nights are colder since you left, the stars refuse to shine. Memories hang like fragile glass of love I thought was mine. I try to hold what could not stay, I beg the winds to bend, but even hope can't fight the tide when fate will not defend. This is a love lost at the end of fate, a heart left in the storm, a story that the world forgot, a warmth that can't transform. I called your name through endless dark, but silence was my friend. This is love lost at the end of fate, where hearts must break again. I see your shadow in my dreams, your voice upon the wind. A love that cannot reach me now, cannot begin again. The world moves on in different cold, while I remain behind, holding every shattered piece of what we could not bind. If someone asks what love can do when fate will not relent, tell them it burns inside the soul even when it's spent. No wealth, no words, no golden day can heal what fate can take. Love lost at the end of fate still haunts each step we make. leaves its mark where fate has come between. The night wind whispers through the trees and carries all my pain. I speak my heart into the dark, but no one hears my name. The stars look down but do not speak. They lie too far to reach. The memories I try to hide, the night wind seems to teach. I walk alone through empty streets. The shadows touch my skin. Every step reminds me of the love that could have been. I called your name into the night, but silence was my friend. And though the moon is silver bright, it cannot make amends. The night wind carries my pain to all is cold and still. It lifts my sorrow from my chest and bends it to the truth. The world may never know my heart, but see the tears I shed. The night wind carries like green and cradles what I've bled. I thought that time would heal my wounds, but nights are long and slow. And every memory I chase reminds me what I know, that love can fade without a sound, and hope can disappear. It's still I whisper in the dark to keep the guest near. If someone listens to the wind, they'll hear my soul's lament, a story of a broken heart, and every stolen moment It soothes the silent stress. When dawn arrives and night retreats, the winged wolf fleet as well. Yet in my heart its song remains, a story I must tell. I carry pieces no one sees, a heart that whispers low. It breaks in silence every day, but never lets them know. I smile and walk among the crowd, pretend that I am whole, yet deep inside the cracks remain and echo through my soul. The world assumes that I am strong and nothing can unbind, but love and loss have left their mark on this heart I cannot hide. I speak in quiet, measured words and hold my cane inside, for even broken hearts like mine can learn to stand with pride. This is a silent broken heart that beats without a sound. He cries for all the things it lost, but never lets them down. Though nobody can hear the pain, it lives in every cry. This is a silent, broken heart that loves with all its heart. I've learned to hide the deepest cuts behind a calm facade, yet even hidden they remain, a silent, truthful nod. No wealth, no fame, no passing bliss can heal what I have known. The broken heart can still endure and quietly atone. If someone ever sees me close, they'll feel the truth I keep. A heart that bleeds in quiet ways, but wakes when others sleep. It still knows how to care. A heart that holds when no one knows, is strong beyond compare. This is a silent, broken heart that beats without a sound. He cries for all the things and lost, but never lets them down. Though nobody can hear the pain, it lives in every part. This is a silent, broken heart that love with all its heart. One day someone may hear the song and understand the scars. Until that time, it beats alone. A silent, broken heart. I stand behind your shining glow, a shadow you may never see. I've walked the paths you'll never know, yet still you walk with me. I hide my pain beneath your smile and watch the world admire. But every step I take in silence burns with a quiet fire. The light you hold can blind the eyes of those who walk behind. I follow in the spaces left and treasures I may find. Yet even in your brilliance bright, I hold a part unseen, a shadow cast in muted shades where love has always been. I am your shadow under your light, silent yet always near. I watch your world, I guard your heart and hide my own fear. Though I remain behind the glow, I give all I can give. I am your shadow under your light, the way I learned to live. The world may never see my face or hear the words I say, yet in the quiet of the night my love will find its way. For shadows bend but do not break, they stretch to hold the sun. And though unseen they stand their ground until the day is done. If ever you feel lonely, present near. I watch your world, I guard your heart, and hold what you hold dear. Though I remain behind the glow, I give all I can give. I am your shadow under your light, the way I learned to live. The sun will rise, the shadows fade, but mine will stay in place. A quiet love that walks beside, forever in your space. They say that love must pay its price in gold and fame, in gain. But hearts cannot be bought or sold, no ledger can contain. I gave my love without a coin, without a single claim. Yet they ignored the truth I held and only saw my name. I watched the wealthy take the world with empty hearts of stone, while I stood faithful, silent, poor, and faced the path alone. The smiles they bought, the lies they told, could never reach my heart. For love is not a thing to trade, it cannot be apart. Love is not equal to money, no riches can replace the warmth, the trust, the quiet fire, the light upon your face. Though the world may never understand the value of a soul, love is not equal to money, it cannot be bought or sold. I'll learn to walk in silent streets and carry what is true. Though others judge by silver hands, I give what I can do. My heart remains, my love remains, no coin can take away. For what is given freely lies beyond the world's display. If someone questions what I hold and why I still believe, tell them that love cannot be bought, it's more than we perceive. No wealth, no fame, no fleeting gift can measure what we feel. Love is not equal to money, its truth is all that's real. Love is not equal to money, no riches can replace the warmth, the trust, the quiet fire, the light upon your face. Though the world may never understand the value of a soul, love is not equal to money, it cannot be bought or sold. The heart remains where gold cannot, and love survives alone. No wealth can weigh what is inside, a truth that's all your own. beneath the moon, its light so calm, so still. The night is quiet, empty streets reflect my heart's own chill. No footsteps echo next to mine, no voice to hear my call. The silent moon reminds me well that I am lost in all. I speak to shadows, not to you, and hear no sweet reply. The world is sleeping, dreams are gone, the night just passes by. Each memory drifts like silver mist across the sleeping ground. A lonely heart beneath the moon is all that can be found. Alone under the silent moon, I carry what remains. A love, a loss, a whispered hope that never comes again. The stars may shine, the world may sleep, but I will not pretend. Alone under the silent moon, where darkness has no I thought that time would heal my soul and bring you back to me. But even night cannot restore what fate will never see. The wind remembers all my tears and carries every sigh. A lonely heart beneath the moon will never truly lie. Night they'll see the truth I keep. A heart that beats in quiet pain and mourns what it cannot keep. Though I am small against the sky and no one sees my plight, alone under the silent moon I hold my love tonight. Alone under the silent moon, I carry what remains. A love, a loss, a whispered hope that never comes again. The stars may shine, the world may sleep, but I will not pretend. Alone under the silent moon, where darkness has no end. The moon under the silent moon, I hold my love tonight. Alone under the silent moon, I carry what remains. A love, a loss, a whispered hope that never comes again. The stars may shine, the world may sleep, but I will not pretend. Alone under the silent moon, where darkness has no end. The moon will fade, the dawn will rise, but I will walk alone, with memories beneath its light and a heart carved into stone. Sky, the clouds drift slow, and wonder where you are. The days go by, the nights remain. each one a distant star. I hoped for something I cannot hold, a future never mine, yet still I wait, though time betrays and hearts forget the lie. The streets are empty, silent now, but I keep walking on. Each step recalls a shadowed past, a love that's come and gone. I gave my trust, I gave my all, but tomorrow never came. Still in the dark I keep the flame and whisper both your name, waiting for a lost tomorrow, hoping for what won't return. A heart that loves through all the pain still waits, still dares to yearn. Though time moves on and dreams may fade, I cannot let it go, waiting for a lost tomorrow, a love I'll always know. I count the hours one by one and let the silence speak, the echoes of a life I dreamed remain so faint, so weak. Yet even in this empty place where nothing seems to stay, I feel the warmth of what was true and keep the dark at bay. If someone listens to my heart, they'll know the path I take, a lonely road, a faithful soul, a love they cannot break. Though the world may turn away from me and time may steal the light, I am waiting for a lost tomorrow through every lonely night, waiting for a lost tomorrow, hoping for what won't return. A heart that loves through all the pain still waits, still dares to yearn. Though time moves on and dreams may fade, I cannot let it go, waiting for a lost tomorrow, a love I'll always know. The sun will rise, the night will end, but I will stand and stay, waiting for a lost tomorrow and love that cannot stray. Feel the fading of your hand, the warmth that used to stay. The silent night recalls our dreams that slowly slipped away. The world is quiet, hearts are still, yet mine keeps calling yours. Every breath I take is yours, through unseen open doors. I try to hold the fleeting spark that lit our darkest night, but even love can't fight the tide that steals our shared delights. The stars remember all we gave, though fate will take it back. I'll keep the flame inside my chest, though life has lost its track. This is the last breath of our love, a moment caught in time, a heart that beats for what was ours, a song without a rhyme. Though winds may scatter all we knew, and skies may turn above, I'll carry still the last breath of our shadow whispers what remains of all you meant to me. No riches, power, or acclaim can ever match this truth. The final pulse, the final vow, the essence of our youth. If someone asks what love can be when all has slipped away, tell them it lives in hearts that bleed and never can decay. Even when the world is dark and cold and all the light is gone, the last breath of our love remains and carries everyone. This is the last breath of our love, a moment caught in time, a heart that beats for what was ours, a song without a rhyme. The winds may scatter all we knew, and skies may turn above. I'll carry still the last breath of our love, the memory of our love. The night will end, the stars will fade, but love will linger on. The last breath of our hearts entwined forever.